Welcome back to another episode of the Minds with Hakeem podcast. I am your host, Juwan Hakeem, accompanied today by one of my best friends, Jon Luke.
Freely, Lucas.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So just to give y'all a little context about today's episode, and I'm honored to be here with Jon Luke, but this is just an episode to kind of get you guys back in the groove. We're going to update you guys about what's been going on in our lives, what's been going on with the podcast, and then we'll get back to more guests. We're more credentials than Jon Luke.
We back, baby. The Minds with Hakeem. We back.
Let's go.
You hear me?
Hold up. I think it's been so long. I don't remember my round of applause. Hey.
That's crazy.
Hey. But, yeah, we just want to update you guys, and I'm thankful for Jon Luke for being here today. Appreciate it, bro. Taking time out of your March Madness Blue Devil Day.
Come on, man. You know. Final four, baby. You know.
Hey, if we can get to a point to where we get them to support the podcast,
we winning.
that'd be kind of hard, though.
We winning.
College? Yeah, no, for sure.
We winning.
But yeah, we're gonna start with you, Mr. Luke. What's been going on with you? People know you from the podcast.
Jeez.
Most of my followers who've been asking me where you at, they listen to every episode, so I know they listen to your episode. What's going on with Jon Luke, Just Work Training, and all that?
Sheesh, man. I've really been busy, bro. Busy.
Mm-hmm.
Busy point of life, man. A lot of moving parts. Just work, man. Dolo been holding it down, man. Shout out Dolo.
He's
man,
carrying it.
He's been holding it
Hey,
down.
they're gonna see. Don't give him too much credit because they're gonna see him on the podcast here pretty
Sure,
soon.
but
He's been awesome.
Shout out Dolo. He's been holding it down,
Yeah.
keeping it going, pushing it forward.
His content is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been locked in. But yeah, that's another story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been working, man. Still at the credit union. 2 branches now. I'm in our Grimes and Clive location.
Yes, sir. Go check him out.
Trying to figure it out, you know. Nephews, nieces, niece.
Yeah, you've been doing a
at
lot,
the crib,
but
bro. Just, you know.
we just got to experience Valley Boys win their third straight
Yeah.
in a row championship.
Yeah.
And Zay was obviously a part of all three. He got team captain of the very first one, and
Yeah.
then these next two, even like the middle one, if my memory serves me correct, he was injured before that,
Yeah.
right? And he
Yep.
came back.
Yep.
And this year he was injured from football and
Yep.
came in the middle of the season, right?
Yep. A lot
Yeah.
of trials and tribulations, man. But he know how to stay true to it. He
Dude,
stayed down.
going to those games in that atmosphere, I do got a bone to pick with Valley student section, but I'm not going to do that here because I love Valley. But the parents of the Valley Tigers boys basketball team, absolutely incredible, man. All of them,
For sure.
all them boys. The support
sure.
was just, for me to even be there, I felt like a vulture because I'm getting to experience all this culture and this camaraderie. It felt great to be in that atmosphere. But how did it feel, man, to be a 3-time state champion, man?
Wonderful, blessed, man. Not really just for him. Tough one in the fall.
Mhm.
You know, really.
We just going to get the football
Really
because
wanted
Iowa
that.
State is excited.
Really wanted that football one, man, but it happens. You need to bring him on here. You know what I'm saying?
Ow.
You know,
Say no more.
check it out. You
Say
know?
no more.
But nah, really, all the guys, man. Trev, Jaden, Kiki,
The
all
big
of them, bro.
fella.
They all had their moments. They all stepped up when they needed to. But
What
I
you
mean,
got
it's
into
just like-
Jaden?
Yeah, Jaden last.
Oh my!
10
He was
to 12
playing.
games. Whew, he
He,
might have been the best.
he was
player
on the
in
heater.
state.
He
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
He was, man. And the big fella
Shout
going
out
to
to
UNI,
him.
correct?
Yeah, Trev.
Man, he's so
Barbecue
good.
chicken alert.
He's so
He the
good.
best player in the state, though.
For
I
sure.
know he the best.
For
player in the
sure.
state.
No
He the best
debate.
player in the state.
No
Big
debate.
Trev.
But you did bring up that football game. I was there too. Bro, the wave of emotions of that game,
Crazy.
I was so frustrated. Like I've been like I got a kid on Valley football team.
Crazy.
But like we went from dead silent, Southeast Polk was killing Valley.
Belt.
And then Zay got back-to-back touchdowns. Got us to the little post. And then was for Andrews.
Yeah, Andrew,
You
big
love him.
six. That's my
He
dog,
got
man.
that big turnover.
A4, that's
Oh
my
my!
dog.
And what was the
AP.
linebacker name? I don't want to get his name.
Darius.
He was balling.
Yeah.
He was balling.
Like
But-
second game playing linebacker too.
Really?
Yeah.
But Valley got back into that game and took the lead, and then ultimately, obviously, we ended up
Crazy,
losing.
bro.
But the energy shift in that hole in that
Sports,
dome.
bro. Sports.
Oh my! Sports is a beautiful
Sports is
thing,
crazy,
bro.
For real. And it unites, and you know you gotta pick yourself up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't always go your way, and what makes you is how you bounce back from it. You know what I'm saying? And so, I think even like them losing that football game, but then Zay wasn't having the best game against Limar.
Mm-hmm.
2 huge offensive rebounds. You know what
Big
I'm saying?
ones.
Just making plays. Marcus big putback. Then finally Trev come through and put it back. You know what I'm saying? Just that will to not
That game
lose,
was
bro.
crazy.
Yeah.
That game was crazy. Man, those Valley kids, what a run it's been. I know Jaden's
to
coming
them.
back.
Only
But
for football, though.
Oh, you not hooping next year?
Nah, he out
You don't
that
think so?
semester. Nah, he already said it.
Ooh, interesting. Because he a 2-time state champion, right?
Yeah. He got to go get that bag.
That kid is an athlete, man.
J-Mac finna go get that bag.
That kid, do we know what school he's going to yet?
Nah,
Maybe
I
I'll
don't
just
know
get him
nothing.
on here to put some pressure on him.
Yeah.
How about that?
I
No, I'm
don't
just
know
playing.
nothing.
But no, we gearing up for Iowa State with Zay.
Yeah.
And when is school out for him?
May. He go up there in May.
May.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm keep saying Zay. Most of the people who know what we talk about probably know him as Zay. His name is Xavier Robertson. He's going to play wide receiver. I hope he don't play defense, but
It's cooked.
it's cooked.
Yeah.
Okay, good. He's going to play wide receiver at Iowa State. I know my Cyclones are excited.
Let's get it,
We're going to be
Cyclone
there.
Nation.
We're going to be there when it's a little warmer out, so I'll go to the first couple games. I don't watch football in the cold. Zay, I love you. I cut it on TV.
Nah, for sure. But nah, we excited, man. You know, it's another grind. You know what it is.
Yeah.
He got to go figure out his process. Excited to see how he's going to grow as a young man and see how far he can take this thing. You know?
Let's go.
So, you know what
I'm
it is.
excited. Hold up. Well, we're going to plug this right now, but we'll plug it later. Give everybody the website.
ZayRob.com. Go get your merch.
ZayRob.com.
ZayRob.com.
He got merch with us. He got hats, shirts.
He got everything, whatever
Yeah.
you need. And if you don't see something you need, just reach out. We'll get it for you.
Yeah. ZayRob.com. Go check that
For
out.
sure.
Is Zay Rob or Robinson?
ZayRob.
Oh.
ZayRob.com.
Bingo.
Get me.
Yeah.
Yeah, get me.
Definitely go support. I know the Cyclone Nation, like I said, is excited for him. And Cyclone Nation, I just want y'all to know on Twitter, the Minds with Hakeem podcast, I do respond back to trolls. And I know how to find you. Like, those kids was getting so much. He was making fun of me because I was responding to trolls after they won their third championship. I don't care, bro. These are children. You're not finna play with these kids. I'm responding.
They trolls, though.
Huh?
They trolls.
I love it though. But my thing is, what I love about the trolls is because it's never their real name and it's a fake photo.
Yeah, for sure. Every
I know how to get that email and track that back to a real name. So I wanna bring it to the light because the internet is a terrible place, man.
It is, for
It's
sure.
a bad place,
For sure.
and people like that make it bad.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good on the internet, but people like that, I just don't understand why people get on there to troll. But
You know why.
I'm coming Iowa State Nation, and I'm looking for all the trolls.
You know why.
We
When you're doing something right, they gonna hate. Just
that's
how it
true.
go.
That's
When
true.
you're doing something right, they gonna hate.
That's you make a really good point.
And it is
All right,
what it
trolls,
is.
I might let you live. maybe.
Man, what's up with you, man? That's what we came for.
No, that's
The
good.
People want to know what's up with you.
That's good. No, man, it's been so much like intense pressure. Like, and I shouldn't say intense pressure. That's a bad word. It's been so many people within my network or people who I don't know and they just meet me for the first time asking about the podcast, kind of like, where are we at with this? And then also my homies are like, all right, what's the next step? We waiting on the episode. Like Jon Luke has been trolling me.
The world is waiting. Waiting on the minds with Hakeem.
Cut it out,
They
bro.
waiting. They
Cut it
waiting.
out, bro.
I'm just saying, man. People been waiting on you, brother.
It's been a long journey, but we are officially back. This episode, is big and huge to set the tone as far as like where we're going. We're going to get more leaders in front of you guys, people who just talking about their business and how it can help them grow, how to help them grow and help you grow. And it's about to open up full throttle. As you can see, we're in the studio that's built out, so I don't have to carry my it was
MTV
a gun case.
Cribs.
Okay.
MTV Cribs.
It was a gun case. I was carrying everything in to set up and do podcasts everywhere. I have a set station down in my basement. Shout out to everybody who helped and put in some work down here. And there was a lot of friends and ended up hiring somebody to finish it because I just couldn't get it
Tried to
it
tell
done.
you from the start.
You know I'm cheap. But yeah, no, we're back, man. I'm excited to be back. It's been, Titus turns from today. We're recording. He turned 18 months in 3 days, and ever since I had him, I've been making an excuse to not get back rolling. But I'm finally at a job. I actually got the crew neck on right now. It's called Change Course, where we help people who either who've been previously incarcerated or in poverty kind of get off like government assistance and like be self-sufficient for themselves and get a full-time career. Yeah. So we do that work with them. But, my boss, Joe, he's phenomenal, bro. But he giving me a lot of flexibility to work and build my podcast. Also, while I'm doing the work for Change Course as well, I'm career coach, and a partnership development. So if you own a company or you know owners of a company and you looking to hire people with a second chance and give them a fair chance, we do the hard work to mitigate the risk of these people, putting them through a 5-month program. And we partner with you on the back end, give them an interview opportunity. We're not asking for a handout. We're not asking for a guaranteed job. We're asking for a foot in the door. Look past their past and give them a chance. So you can connect with us at change-course.org. So go check it out. It's a lot of information on there. Or you can just hit me up on the podcast or wherever.
That's hard.
We'll get you squared away. Hard. So that's been good, though. Like, that part has really got me back focused. And I really feel like I'm doing some work. Like, I miss senior living. Don't get me wrong. But I really feel like my work is true to who I am. Because I come from poverty, but I've always been around this environment my whole life. It is me. And I know once somebody instills some skills and tools in me, that's when I was able to kind of change my trajectory and outlook on life. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And I'm a month in now, and I still don't know a thing. I still don't know nothing, bro. I still know absolutely nothing.
That first 6 months at a new job,
man,
is tough.
So my team actually told me, don't judge yourself until the first year is over. Like, they're like, man, this is hard work.
First 6 months is tough.
Terrible. The learning curve. And then
might be a year. I don't remember, but I know for sure when I went from the bank to the credit union,
different ball game, and they're very similar. That's
whole
the thing.
New book.
He said a
whole new
but
book.
And then you went from, because like you obviously you still have supervisors, but you was mostly just being supervised, and then you went to leading and managing people. Mm-hmm. What have you learned since then, bro?
People are unique. You got to be able to love people where they are. You got to be able to understand.
That's huge.
Everybody's not the same, I think, really.
Yeah.
And then on the counterpart of that is like time.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be very disciplined with your time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, how do you maximize the most of it? Because your people need you for the most of it.
That's good.
But there's a lot of it where, like, you need to do things that you can't really be there for your people.
Yeah.
Or
you got tasks. You still got your task work you got to do.
Yeah, you're not going to be as efficient with whatever you need to do, whatever projects you're working on or whatnot.
And our culture pushes efficiency, which is not always bad, but it's like when you're in leadership, everything ain't going to be done efficiently. Exactly. It's impossible to do everything efficiently.
And you know me, I'm trying to do...
a little bit of this,
a little bit of that. I'm trying to maybe go hop on a flight, catch a game.
Yeah, I'm surprised you ain't I'm surprised you ain't planning a trip to San Antonio right now. I'm truly surprised.
I'm trying to go.
I can't go with you. As much as I want to go see Duke get it done.
Flight. I ain't gonna lie to you. But
oh my goodness,
my
bro.
only worry is last time I went to the Final Four.
Tickets.
I still ain't recovered.
Oh, it's San Antonio though. I'm a Texan, so I can say that about San Antonio.
Yeah, they sent my boy home. My boy Coach K home, bro.
Was it UNC?
New Orleans, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I had to sell my ticket for Monday.
Did they win it that year too?
Nah, they lost.
Good. That makes it a little better. Oh my goodness, this is not a Tar Heels podcast, just so you know.
Praise
but
God.
No shot necessary.
But yeah, I think
I forgot about that.
I kind of want to go. I think
this team is complete.
They tough.
This team is complete.
They just got so many ways to answer you.
Yeah, this team, and if you're not a basketball nerd, I apologize about this, but stay tuned. This team is the most connected Duke team I've ever seen. And and you know, I wasn't a fan of John Shire getting the job. I wasn't.
You've been critical. You was critical through this year.
Yeah, I done came back around, man. And then you know what's crazy? One of the homies asked me, "Man, I didn't know you was a Blue Devil fan, Jew." I'm like, "Oh, here we go." He ain't been messing with him for about 2 years. It's about three. About three. But everybody know I fell out of love with college sports, man. I'm pro NBA. I'm probably only one of my friends who are pro NBA over college basketball. People love college hoops, and I'm coming back around now. It's fun. And who says I came back at the perfect time for Duke to get it done?
The Suns is trash.
The Phoenix Suns are terrible, and we're not going to talk about them today. We are not going to talk about them.
That's why he coming back, Pod, because the Suns is trash. That boy don't want to watch that bad product.
Nah, it's bad. It's definitely bad product. Like, that's a nice way to put it. It's bad product. Man. But you said one thing, Luke, that I've learned too, because like in my new role as career coach, but also working with a team, you can't treat everybody the same. And what I realized, like, I wasn't a coach, we was all teammates, but like if I take two people who I play basketball with, Kerry Green and Alex Welch, and it's like me and Kerry had a connection to where I could scream and yell at Kerry and he could scream and yell at me, and that's gonna make me go harder on the court, and that's gonna make Kerry go harder. But if I scream and yell at Alex, he's done. It's over with. He ready to fight me. It's over. He's shutting down. Like he's shut up himself. So with
Big
Alex,
A. Shout out Big A.
shout out
man.
Big A, man. He just had his son, man.
Congrats,
Shout out Julian.
man.
I gotta give it up for my
Congrats, Big A.
baby Jew, man. But man, Alex would have to wrap arms around each other, talk, figure it
Kumbaya.
out, kumbaya. Like, hey, this is what I need you to do, Alex. Respectfully, that's how Alex was wired, and that's how Kerry was wired. And I'm having to learn that working with the leaders who come through our program is I can't treat each one of them the same.
For sure.
Because I'm their career
In its
coach.
moments.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's about
Exactly.
moments.
And it's not about saying to treat someone unfair. That's not what we're saying.
Never.
It's just you got to coach and treat people different.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Like for me, my biggest thing with my team, honestly, is making sure they make their calls every day. There's some people
Picking up the phone is so hard.
There's some people I could just throw it in the chat and be like, make your calls. They're gonna like the message and they're gonna get their calls done.
Done.
Some people, you got to go talk to.
you
You got to go talk to.
got to spend time
differently. See what else is going on. They got other things going on in life that you just got to check in with.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
always like a reason as to why they're not doing it because
sure.
they know the expectation.
For sure.
And so at those moments, sometimes they want you to dig even though you don't want to.
You like, you know what you need to do, bro.
Exactly.
Boom,
But
get this done.
That also is a reflection of when you haven't been disciplined with your time and you haven't spent the time with them that they need
Yeah.
as your employee. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I see both sides of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like they say with bad children, when they act out, they just want their parents' attention. Yeah.
In some form or
And
fashion.
so I wouldn't say this is a form of acting out, but like, we know the expectations. We know what we need to do to try to hit goals. But sometimes you need that one-on-one time with your manager.
Sometimes they go to the wayside and you got to come back and spend some time.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I'm just understanding that.
But, man, that's where we at, man. That's what we're doing. We also in the garage training. Jon Luke, have you been training?
No.
All right, so look, you heard it here
no,
first.
no.
Me and Tyler Springer, who is a former guest on this podcast, we're starting a men's club. So every Saturday, we're still debating on the time where we're going to do it. We're doing a really, really hard workout with men in this men club. We don't have to be in the garage at my house. We can go downtown. We can go to Johnston. We can go anywhere. But we're going to have every Saturday. And it's not mandatory that you make it, but we need more men showing up, focusing on their health, man. Health is wealth, man. So, Jon Luke, get back in the gym, man. I know you're not going to show up for men's club, but get back in the gym, man.
I'll be in the gym.
Hey, you know who I'm really
Twice a
proud of? I have to shout him out. Marquis. He's
been working
doing
out?
75 hard challenge right now. He's doing 2 workouts a day. 1 indoors, 1 outdoors.
Yes, count.
You think Hey, he sent me proof.
Man.
He sent me
I love
proof.
Marquis, man.
He sent
I
me
love
proof.
Marquis,
No,
man.
Marquis,
It's
I
about-
gotta send it to you.
Marquis the same. Marquis the same as me.
Yeah.
We a lot of like. Me and Marquis a lot of like.
I would 100%
We
agree.
get motivated at times, and
Yeah.
then sometimes.
Sometimes you just fall off the bus.
Hey, we find
Well, we
everything
tryna-
else to do.
Me and Tyler, the meatheads. They Jon Luke called me and Tyler meatheads because
I ain't
we're
saying
staying locked
nothing.
in. we're
I
staying
ain't
locked
saying
in. We're
nothing.
staying committed. So
Me
we're
too.
we're on that.
Off
Yeah,
the rank,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
You see me?
If Duke win it all, you got to do 100 straight days of working out.
Count.
No bet.
If Duke win it all. Never mind.
Please don't say that. But we're in the garage. Men and women of this community, of the podcast community, if you need a place to work out and you don't want to go to a gym, you can come to the garage. Just hit me up. We'd love to have more people in the garage working out, training. Titus is sprouting up, but everybody's
Shout
healthy
out
over
the
here.
executive producer, man.
Who, Titus?
Titus, man.
He don't own nothing.
Titus Hakeem.
He don't own nothing but his mouth.
The biggest one.
But he's healthy, he's alive and well, and so is Sam. We're doing good. But we're back, and we're excited to be back. We're excited to be getting back in front of y'all consistently and hearing more from you guys.
Hold on, I got a
I
question.
almost forgot. Your question first, and then, because we got a new website.
Oh.
But
that's big.
the question first. Your question
My
first.
question first.
Yeah.
What you been learning?
Ooh. Well, I'm not going to talk about this one book I'm reading right now that we've been learning about the anxiety generation because I'm doing a podcast about that book.
Okay,
So,
that's fair.
but go check out the anxiety generation book. Man, what I've been learning, I'm constantly always studying like leadership principles and different ways to get better at leadership. The biggest thing I'm learning is saying no, bruh. No is a complete sentence, bro.
Sheesh. Oh God,
Like I really have a hard time at telling people no.
you preaching? Me too.
And like that's our nature though. We
I
like to
don't
please
tell
people.
No. I
But
don't say no.
I've been learning,
Mama,
bro.
I love you, but I'm gonna say no, Mama.
Yeah, don't blame
I
me,
just
mama.
play,
Mama, do not blame me, mama. Denise is not finna get me. No, but nah, for real, bro. Like saying no, it's like Sam, Titus require a certain amount of attention.
Mm-hmm.
My full-time job requires a certain amount of attention.
Mm-hmm.
My podcast requires a certain amount of attention, and so do I.
No.
And not my friends are. I have the best friends in the world, and the only thing I'm rich in is friendship. But it's like I have to step away and say no and pull away from certain pockets, and it's not disrespectful. It's no disrespect. It's still love at the end of the day. But right now, I just turned 30 last year. I'm pursuing something. We only have a certain amount of time on this rock, and I can't say yes to everything, and that's what I've done for the first 29 years of my life. Is say yes, 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 yes. So I'm really learning to say no and be effective in these areas of my life where I'm going all in.
You preaching?
That's
Saying
what I've been
no
learning.
tough.
But I gotta flip that question back to you. What have you been learning? That's a good question.
Saying no tough. That's one that I ain't learning it. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't learning it. I am not learning it. But it's something I recognize.
Yeah.
So, but
You consciously competent of it now.
yeah, I've
So,
been.
you know.
But I don't know. I'm a people person, so like I try to do
Same.
everything to keep everybody cordial and copacetic. I allow
Mhm.
people to mess up my schedule to make theirs better. And so that's something Lord challenged me with a lot.
Really?
Yeah, is stop making the convenience for yourself. I mean, stop making the convenience for them. People need to adapt to you, especially as their manager.
I got some wrap up questions too for the podcast that I'll do with every guest, and we're gonna test them on you.
Yeah. But what have I been learning?
Yeah.
Really, I've been focusing on that time management. I listened to a podcast last week that talked about your Einstein hours.
Einstein hours. I don't know nothing about that.
And
Talk
pretty
to
much
me.
it's just like your peak hours of where you can get your work done. Like that's where your mind's most locked in and it's functioning at its highest clip. And so being protective of that time because again, like I was talking about, I know I need to spend time with my team. I know I still have projects and stuff I need to work on.
Yeah.
But in this Einstein hour, what are the things I need to get in? So that's really where you should be trying to focus on like your top threes of your to-do list for the day.
I got a question. Do that changes for the person in their
Yes,
job?
yes,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Because they got some night owls who
Yeah.
need to lock in from midnight to 4. That ain't me.
Absolutely. Yep.
That ain't me.
Yep. But I mean, really, the podcast was geared towards more when you're at work, building the schedule. But definitely, I feel like your hours can be whenever. The guy speaks about the hours being different, and so for me, I've been trying to figure that out for myself because it's like I feel like I'm probably best from like 1 to 3, but that's also usually when like I take a lunch. So like, how do I cut that out and take my lunch earlier so that when I get back to work, I'm blocking that time off to be like, all right, this is when I'm working on my projects. This is when I'm going through my emails. This is when I'm gonna get caught up with this, and this, for the week or whatever. Trying to plan my business development, whatever it is, I'm trying to focus on in that time period. But yeah, that's probably the biggest thing I've been trying to learn and figure out. So
the Einstein hour. I needed to hear that. All right, so this podcast final wrap up is the new series of questions, and I'm gonna be asking every guest at the end. So
is rapid like first thing to come to mind, or is it like
and you want to keep them? You want to be brief? What my boy Fly said, be brief, be brilliant, be gone.
Heard you.
So
shout out Fly Life, man.
Shout out Fly Life for real. What's a failure or a challenge that shaped you into being a better leader?
A failure that shaped me into being a better leader. Oh, that's a tough one.
Want me to go to the next one?
Nah, hold on. Let me see. Let me think. Let me see. Let me rack the brain. See if I can figure something out. See, I don't know if it's failure though. I mean, I guess that's my biggest thing. Is like, you know how it is. Everybody defines failure as something different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something I'm currently going through that's helping me become a better leader is like being at my Grimes location. It's been super slow, and we've been struggling to hit goals. And so, one, balancing how do you get more business to the door to be better for your team, because you know that's what your team needs in order to be successful. But it's also like, how do you rally the troops and still overcome tasks when you know you still have goals to hit things, which is also like, am I prioritizing my time to make sure that I have an hour here to pop in with this person to make sure they're doing their calls and they're where they're at and they understand what products we need to be chasing after? Am I doing that with everybody across the board, and things like that? So I wouldn't define it as a failure. I think it's just a growing pain more than anything. But that's currently what I'm going through and that I'm learning through and becoming a better leader through.
That's good. That's good. That's a hard challenge too. Sound like you're in the middle of that one. If you could give your younger self one piece of advice about leadership, what would it be? Jon Luke 3 years ago.
Address it in the moment.
Don't let it linger. Oh, that's beautiful.
Address it in the moment. Don't let it linger, and be okay with the conflict. I think that would be the biggest thing.
Be okay with the conflict. I need to put that on a shirt. Can I trademark that? What, and you kind of just, well, it might be a different, what one book, podcast, or resource that has significantly shaped your leadership journey?
Ooh. Really? I think it's called The Mentor Mindset. Hold on, let me see. It's in my podcast.
I might need to download that one. Hold on, I'm going to look that up too.
I got it right here.
By Rob Dow?
Yep.
The Mindset Mentor.
Mindset Mentor, that's it. Rob Dow.
Okay, I
really
just added it to my cues.
I try to listen to 1 or 2 a week. He just gives little tips about mindset, which help you change. I think for myself, I'm like a creature of like, if I'm comfortable, I'll just keep going through.
Yeah.
You know, I won't.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you know, whatever. I can figure out the rest, you know what I'm saying? But he really challenges you to just look at things from a different perspective and give it different angles. And so I'd probably say that one's probably the biggest one, since we ain't had the minds with Hakeem.
Oh, shots are fired.
We ain't gonna speak on that.
Wow. And lastly, what is one skill or habit you've previously worked on improving and you consistently got better at it?
One skill or habit. Honestly, and this is going to sound funny, folding laundry.
It takes patience. It takes patience. You kind of had to,
If you know me, I will live out of a basket. I will pull them clothes out the dryer. I will leave them in the basement for 2 days. I will bring them upstairs.
I'm guilty.
Leave them in the basket for another week while they're in there. I would say the 2 things that I've tried to work on diligently is folding my clothes when they come out, and I still fall short some, but I think I've gotten better.
Nice.
And unpacking when I get home from a vacation.
2 difficult ones. Because the laundry one I resonate with so strongly, because if I didn't share my bed with Sam, laundry would be in that bed with me. And we'll be playing pickaboo every morning. What are we getting? And then the travel one, I hate travel. Anybody know me and know I hate flying. They don't make planes for big people. It's awful. Man. But with that being said, I hate unpacking from a trip.
I'll live in that mess for...
Man. Hey, man, find your wife. I'm telling you, that changed my life. But that was all I had, bro. I'm excited to be back. I can't forget the website reintroduction, but before I tell them about where to find the new latest and greatest episodes, we also got some merchandise on there, and there'll be plenty of stuff coming soon. Anything else from you? Any final thoughts, brother?
Nah, man, appreciate you. I'm honored. I can't wait to see where you take it. You know that already, though.
Let's go.
Yeah, keep going. Keep God first.
Amen. Amen. He say,
Keep God first.
all right. Yeah, appreciate that. The website is no longer themindswithhakeem.com. That's out. The new website is jawanhakeem.com. We are going to transition a little bit into this public speaking sector as well, so we need to get under a new umbrella. So that's where you can find everything. It's JJUANHAKEEM.com. M is in Mary. Sometimes people think it's an N, but it's in the podcast name, so you guys got it. So go check us out. It's up. It's live. And thank you, Bradford Johnson, for getting that website squared away. Thank you for everybody who had hands in that. And until next time, we'll see y'all very, very soon.
We back.
Peace.
The hard way.